Yes, sirski. It's your boy Twan the Don, and I'm back with another Jag Weezy Bitty Easy for the ladies and the geezies. Okay, now look, this video is gonna be on me explaining to y'all how the Jacksonville Jaguars are gonna be much better than expected. Now, you know we always start with the tea time for me time, pretty please time, in that moment of silence for the people who are doing down bad today. Now look, sorry about the hms, y'all, but peep game. I told you what we talking about. So without further ado, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. Now look, you know I got my note peasy. You know what I'm talking about? My pizzin somewhere around this mug. But look, first I'm gonna give you the obvious reasons, okay? And then I'm gonna give you the maybe not so obvious reasons, right? So peep game, right? Now look, we upgraded our team all around. I mean, offense, defense, even special teams, okay? By using the free agency and the draft very well, okay? Peep game, okay? We got wide receiver Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, tight end Evan Ingram. We got guard Brandon Sheriff, you know what I'm talking about? Running back Travis Etienne is back, okay? Now look, he was a first rounder. Remember that. We got our first round running back this year. Now peep game. He also looks explosive. Now look, defense, we got Folorunso Fatukasi. You know I'm big on him. We also got Foyesade Luakin, and you know I'm big on him. And we also got Darius Williams. Now I'm just naming the obvious of the best. You know what I'm talking about? That we got. Okay? Now peep game. We also got, or we drafted some heavy hitters. Okay? You know we got Trayvon Walker. You know what I'm talking about? We also got Devin Lloyd, Chad Muma, and also someone who I think will be a solid starter for us for a long time. We got guard/center Luke Fortner, okay? Now peep game, okay? We also drafted some other good developmental players, okay? Now look, this is the obvious reasons, okay? We upgraded our team all around. I mean, how can people, I can't understand how people can look at our team, our roster from last year and this year and be like, y'all are the same team. Y'all are still the Jaguars and whoopty wop. There's no way, okay? Just the defense alone, peep game. The defense alone, we have one of the top 5 run stoppers in Fatukasi, okay? Arguably, okay? We also have the league leader in tackles with Aluakin, okay? Like, what are y'all talking about? Super Bowl champion Darius Williams brings a lot of experience. What are y'all talking about? I can't understand when people say that the Jaguars aren't going to be that good. Like, what do you mean? Okay? Like, what? Like, when people say not that good, are they saying we're not going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Competitive? Because the Jaguars are always competitive. You always see at least 3-4 guys on offense and defense competing at a high level, even if we're losing. I'm just keeping it one thou wow. Intimate. Now look, the unobvious reasons, right? In my eyes, this is unobvious to some people because it's crazy, right? Because in preseason, we see that our defense looks just as good, okay, starters, that the defense looked just as good as we expected, okay? And mind you, we still haven't seen Devin Lloyd. We haven't seen Devin Lloyd, okay? It's some other players we haven't seen, but peep game, right? This is what people don't understand. Our offense looked just as good as our defense as far as what an offense should look like and as far as what a defense should look like. You know what I mean? Our defense went 3 and out, turnover 3 and out. Starters, remember this. The starters started like this. 3 and out, turnover, 3 and out. Our offense started like this. Field goal, touchdown. Come on now. And peep game. We haven't seen Christian Kirk on the field yet. We haven't seen James Robinson yet. We have Tyler Shatley starting, okay, which he's not a starter, okay? I won't repeat what I said in another video. He's not a starter. Now look, this is something that I think this went over people's heads, and I did this in a video my earlier videos when I first started earlier in the year, you guys. I said, Little tea time for me time, pretty please time, you know, Tim. I said our coaching staff, we have a Super Bowl winning / Super Bowl made it to coaching staff. More than half of the coaching staffs, and when I say the coaching staff, I mean like the QB coach, the QB coach and assistant, right? The running back coach, the running back coach assistant. More than half of our, and mind you, they got this down the line for every player. I mean, for every position, they'll have that coach and then that assistant, right? We have more than half of our coaches have made it to the Super Bowl or have won it, okay? Peep game. More than half of our coaching staff have made it to the Super Bowl or they have won it, okay? And look, our the thing that made it is this, right? A lot of those are first year coaches. That's the thing. So it's like, no, we haven't had them. No, we haven't. A lot of them are first year coaches. And a lot of them, and I said this when I did the video on the coaching staff, played or not played, they either coached Peterson when he was coached against Peterson or they coached with Peterson, okay? I'm just keeping it easy, you feel me? Now, something that I don't think a lot of people understand about competitive sports, right? Let me get a little tea time for me time, pretty please time, you know what I'm talking about? Raspberry lemonade got me right there, boy. Now look, people don't realize this about competitive sports. Players, I'm sorry, y'all. Players love to be the players that turned a bad team good. Let me say that again. Players love, they crave being that part of that group of players that changed a franchise around because they know that's history right there. Instantly. Even if it's not big history, it's history. Because look, what do we remember? Jacksonville, right? They didn't do that. They didn't do nothing. I mean, we won some playoff games. I mean, I'm not going to take that away from them. But what I'm saying is we didn't win the Super Bowl, okay? Now, look, we still remember that. Like, yeah, you remember we had that. Yeah. Yes, because that was history. Now, if they change this around, you don't think that we'll remember this? And you remember with Trevor that second year when we got ETN and then they came in whoopty wop. Yeah. And look, this is how we'll know we'll be much better than expected. This is when we'll really know if we'll be much better than expected. It is this preseason game when we play against the Pittsburgh Steelers. If they start their starting defense against our starting offense and our starting offense goes down that field and puts up some numbers, and when I say numbers, I mean on that scoreboard, then yeah, we're probably going to be on some people's radars a little like, hey, remember what they did in the preseason and whoopty wop, but nobody's really going to expect it until about the 4th, 5th, 6th week if we're actually rolling. If we get rolling, then people will start really being like, these guys might be for real. But I'm telling you, we're going to be much better than expected. And remember I said players love to be them players that turned a bad team good. I'm telling you. And you hear what's going on in training camp. You hear what the players are saying in their interviews. You hear how they're talking about that camaraderie. You hear how they're talking about accountability. Okay? And you hear that on the field. They talking on the field. Hey, I love that. I seen the dude what? And then the dude just shifted. I was like, I love it. Okay? Now peep game. I'm not going to ask you to like the video. You know me. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? But what I will ask you to do, I'm going to do it. I used to do it every video when I said this. I'm going to start saying it again after this. What I will ask you to do, I'm going to ask you to comment, right? Tell me if you rock with me. Tell me if you rock with the Jaguars. Look, tell me what you want me to do a video on pertaining to the Jaguars. I ain't asked y'all that in a minute, huh? Tell me what you want me to do a video on, who, something, whatever. I'm going to try to, I mean it. I'm going to look up what I can look up. I'm going to do my due diligence and give you the best, most accurate, you know what I meaners. You know what I'm Can I get somebody to comment, yes, Sirski, one time for your boy? Huh. And you know me. I leave y'all the same way. With the 3, oh yay, oh yay, oh yay.